welcome back. 3 weeks later in the forest garden, or maybe more, and it's growing really nicely here. And I thought we would add a little bit you might have some question marks around the words that we have been using. For example, what is an ecosystem? So yeah, follow me here and I will explain you. You could actually compare the ecosystem a little bit with a community. Like for example, if we would, for example, a city or Stjärnsund, you need kind of different functions for the community to work as a whole. For example, you need someone to cook for the people. If they're not cooking for themselves. In the family, you need someone to kind of prepare the meal, bring up all the good nutrients into a form that is easy to digest for everyone. And we have a good example of that here. This is comfrey, and that plant is, we were talking about it earlier, it's a really good plant to build soil because it has really deep root systems that sort of brings up all the nutrients from deep down in the soil, and when it composts down, it makes it available for all the other plants around. So you call this kind of plant a dynamic accumulator. Yeah, it's a bit nerdy word, but it's nice to know. So what more plants do we have in this community? I guess you kind of need, for the whole community to attract more people and look nice and smell nice, you need kind of perhaps a mint to for the smell, to attract like beneficial insects and stuff. Maybe you can compare it a bit with an entrepreneur, like bringing in all the people that is needed to pollinate the place and kind of make it even better. And this mint is also really good. You can eat it, of course, but it kind of spreads out really fast through its roots. It's called rhizomes. They go like really fast, like horizontally, and they send up more shoots. And that's basically also like an entrepreneur. It's like starting a business and sending out some shoots and popping up some new plants all over the place. So basically an ecosystem is a system of different organisms working together for the whole thing to work as good as possible. So we have big trees and we have low perennial plants, and the big trees they give shade to the lower plants. So for example, we can take this tree, the silver bush that we were talking about. Come a little closer and we can have a look at it. We were talking about this, that this bush was nitrogen fixing. It's also like a function that is performing for the community, and what is that good for? I mean, nitrogen, who needs that? Well, basically all the plants needs that to grow, and it's one of those 3 really important nutrients for the plants to grow. And this plant has a collaboration with some organisms in the roots that sort of creates it out of the air, which is really cool. And maybe you can also compare this with a cook in the community who's bringing down some good stuff from around and making it available for everyone. Perhaps like a baker, like bringing in some flour and baking some good bread in the root system and like making it available for everyone in the community. So an ecosystem is a system which is also full of something you call niches, and a niche is basically a function. And in a forest or in a garden, basically everywhere you look, you have plenty of different niches.
Naraine show. Travel to the roots of food.
It's really an ecosystem that's also productive for our needs. So it's not just an ecosystem for the sake of itself, but it's a food production system that functions like an ecosystem. And we just try to fill every niche with plants that do some kind of have some kind of a function for us.
Next episode we will make a visit to the forest garden, learning about edible ecosystem.